If we look at the Blessed Virgin Mary as we ought to, then we will see her as our Blessed Mother, because we're united to God in Christ, in his mystical body, the Church. She is our mother as well. And there's a lot that can be said about Our Lady on this point, and things that will be shared in the future, but today I simply want to share a few brief words that were sent to me by a parishioner. Now, she's either a lunatic or a mystic, but I'm 99% sure she's a mystic. And what she sent me was a description of I'll just read it to you and you'll find out in a second. I'm just going to add a little bit of commentary as we go. Hello again. Just thought I'd tell you about this morning. When you sing the song to Mary at the end of Mass, and you turn to her statue, she always comes and is so lovely and gracious to look right at you and all of us who are singing to her. She is so kind and gracious and completely present and content to listen to every single word of the song as if she's never heard it before. And she smiles at you so preciously sweet as if you are her own son. She's closer to you than you think. She always comes and hovers or floats near the altar in front of your gaze during the song, whether it's the statue of the crucifix or the altar or her statue. But if you just walk up the steps to the altar, that's where she is, because that's near Jesus too. She seems to always be where Jesus is, not because he needs her, but because her own loyalty won't allow her to be separate from him, it seems. And these words are, of course, absolutely true. She really is here among us because he is really among us. You cannot separate Mary from Jesus, whether you wanted to or not, no matter how hard you try. We are her children, whether we like it or not. A follow-up text said, and with a little editorial comment, she said, I didn't explain it right the first time, so she sent me more. She said, when Mary comes to us, when we sing to her, it's much like when a child brings a flower to his mother. When the child presents the flower, the mother loves the flower, but more than that, she loves that the child made an effort in picking the flower and then bringing it to her. She loves the fact that the child saw the flower and thought of her and how she would like the flower. And this is, of course, the way with all mothers. We can never give them what they deserve for bearing us, or in many cases bearing with us, but we try. The mother is elated that she has presented the opportunity to lavish the child with affection as repayment for the flower. When the child presents the flower, the child is in a vulnerable and humble state, at the mercy of the mother's reaction to the child's kindness. And the mother is happy to have the opportunity, if just for a moment, where there are no distractions and they share a moment in time where each are present to the other completely. The mother has a wonderful opportunity to pour beautiful affection in hugs and kisses to the child. This is what it's like when Mary comes to us when we sing to her. She has been presented a beautiful opportunity to love us even more. I love the irony of this idea. We sing to Mary, but it's ultimately we that are receiving her motherly, heavenly affection. And all that for just a simple song. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of looking to Mary as our mother. Now, regardless of whether you have a good or bad relationship with your earthly mother, you cannot have a bad relationship with Mary as long as you try. She's always going to love you. She's always going to comfort you. She's always going to be there to care for you because